What's up? It's that guy with I-C, and you're listening to Community Radio 95.7 on WELT-LP Fort Wayne.
I-C. He's a musician. He's an artist. He is a lot of talent wrapped up in one. Let's talk about your music. I want to know about the genre.
The genre. So that's perfect because our second album, which is called Space Pop, is essentially defining our genre as space pop. And space pop is our genre, and it's simply just all the music in the world that you can think of all in one. And that's what we are. You know, we're a genre blending duo, you know, and we take sounds from all aspects of life.
How'd you come up with that genre?
It was, you know, and this is, and with I-C and Space Pop, this isn't just me. I'm one half, that guy, and DJ Fat House is the other half.
Okay.
And DJ Fat House, him being a soundscape producer, he played a big role in creating these atmospheric space type of sounds. And then coupled with me as just a vocalist and the style that I put on things, it was kind of like a poppy thing, and we decided to call it Space Pop. Just because we were having like the struggle with people trying to define our music, and it was kind of annoying us. So we kind of made this album as a statement, so just to tell people like, okay, stop asking what this is, and here you go, just listen to the music.
Okay, and that's exactly what I just did. Ask you,
yeah,
what is this? Tell me about your journey to the music, because you do many things. It's not just the music.
Yes.
What's the core of what you do?
The core of everything that I do is that I have a definitive message to send to the world, and that's just peace and positivity and unity throughout the world, and that's what I try to breathe throughout all of my artwork and everything that I do, whether it be music, photography, film, or any other mediums that I work in.
What came first, the music or the art?
I would say definitely the music. Definitely the music came first. I started listening to music at a very young age. Just my parents were big on music themselves. My dad was a big Erykah Badu fan, and my mom just loved R&B, you know, so I was always into that. So the music definitely came first. The art came really as of recent. You know, this year is the first year in 2018 that I've actually released art publicly and really started to do it. And in this year, I've already done 7 major art shows. So I had, let's see, I can start with like probably one of the biggest, and that's the Pop-Up, you know. But that was like my first big coming out, and I do art installations as well. So I had a pretty extensive art installation at that Pop-Up, and then furthermore onto the Atrium, who invited me out to their film photography exhibit. That was a great experience. And it was on a more professional level as well. Not to say that the other things I did weren't professional, but it was my first exhibit. It stayed up for about 2 months, and I'm really progressing in that area. But I am submitting to the ArtLink regional exhibition that is going to be starting in 2019, early 2019.
And how can anyone find out about your art?
You can follow me on Facebook at The Camera Guy, or you can follow me on Instagram at The Camera Guy as well. Okay. And just stay tuned for things. You know, I promote things pretty well, so you'll see it if you need to see it.
I have this. I love talking about vision and how people develop their vision. And how did you build that team?
We actually went to school together. Starting off, played football together, had a couple classes together in high school, and we weren't really into music, we were, but not in the sense that we were now, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You've evolved.
Exactly, we evolved, you know, as friends, you know, we graduated, you know, we went our separate ways for a little bit, and then we found each other again, and making music, you know. I started releasing music by myself probably like in 2015, and, you know, he's like, hey man, you know, I have this stuff, and, you know, I think I know how to do this, you know, we should try to do some stuff. And, you know, one thing led to another, and here we are 2 albums later, you know.
That's cool. Do you guys perform live?
We've had one live performance at the Brass Rail. It was probably about a month ago. It was a great experience as well. You know, that we had about 200 people come out, and we had some pretty good feedback as well. People listen to music every day, but
all
people
the time.
exactly, you know, but people who go to concerts, they're music connoisseurs, if you would say, you know, they know, like, if you don't sound good, they're gonna know, you know, and if you're not genuine, they're gonna know as well. You know, music isn't all about the sound, and you know, if you have a good beat, but it's all about, you know, who you are behind it and that person behind the music. I think we prefer it in the studio, but I'd say that we'd be open to more live performances if the right opportunity arose, you know what I'm saying? But we're not too hard pressed to be performing out live and showing our faces everywhere like that. You know, we really just want to spread these vibes with the sounds that we're putting into the world. Okay.
I guess my questions come from this place of, a lot of times as I watch people, but I'm not a musician.
Yes.
They'll do a CD, but then they promote it through the traveling.
Yes.
And I guess that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Do you have that desire to travel?
Oh yeah, definitely. We do. We definitely do have the desire to travel. I can speak for myself in that sense. I'm sure Fat House feels the same. But we are living in a different day and age to where we don't have to travel to really promote our music well. And we really can get our music all around the world with not leaving anywhere, really, you know. That's what me and Fat House hone in on. On each of our albums that we released, we spent close to a year producing them, creating them. And it's really a bonding process. And like I said, we really have deep messages in the music that we release, you know. Like our last album Space Pop, it's really based on modern day simulations, and it takes you through a simulation and the levels of the eye and the things that we believe that are kind of wrong in the society of today, you know.
Does your art, the painting, connect to the music as well?
Yes, my art does as well.
Do you understand
directly.
What I'm saying?
Yes.
So is it that, because that's deep?
No.
Is the art that deep too? That
it is that deep, and it's like so I do have.
It's not just I just paint a tree.
Exactly.
Like
exactly,
me, I'm just gonna paint this flower, and there you go.
Exactly. Actually, I'm a film photographer, so I'm on a 1981 Minolta camera, and I've actually been thinking about in 2019 putting together an immersive experience just for people in general, or artists, whatever you may call it, and it will hold physical art, two-dimensional art, music. It'll just be an interactive space. How I'm going to do that, I'm not sure. If I'm going to do that, I'm not sure. But my art does directly connect to that, you know, and everything that you see. If you see all my stuff, you'll see that it directly connects.
What are the struggles with your vision? It's not like anything anybody else is doing. What are the struggles with staying focused like that, or are there any? Do people look at you and say, oh, "What is that? That's kind of different"?
Yeah, people say, "Yeah, that's a weird guy." A lot of people say that. Like,
I don't want to say that. But
no, yeah, I honestly, that's just, but I've embraced that, and I've always gotten that throughout my life. So, but yeah, everybody believes that the way I move is pretty weird, you know. But like I said, I have a goal, and like I believe in that, and that's all that matters. And like I feel like anybody who understands that will be able to understand me, or you know what I'm saying? Or
understands the creative niche.
Exactly.
I love the interviewing process and talking to people and trying to pull people to open up and talk. And
I've been on this journey of music, art, film, just creativity, probably for about the past 3 to 4 years. And everything that I said that it was going to happen has happened. Just because if you make your goals and you literally write them on a piece of paper,
there you go,
and you start checking them off, then everything that you say will happen, and it's simple as that. And that's how I got to the place that I'm at right now. And it sounds hard and it looks hard, but all I had to do was just continually checking those steps off and have a clear vision. And once you do that, you know, you're smooth sailing. It's just a matter of time until you get to the point of where you're comfortable with all the work that you've put in.
Just being focused.
Exactly. And losing focus is very easy. And I do lose focus. I'm not a perfect person. I lose focus quite often, you know. But it's getting back on focus. That's the thing, you know.
Sometimes I understand. Sometimes focus, when you think you're losing focus, it's really you just need to take a step back and breathe.
Yes, because it can get overwhelming.
And
it can get overwhelming.
Is there anything about this journey and your vision that energizes you? And
yes, everything about it energizes me, and this is my full-time thing. I haven't worked a normal job in 3 or 4 years just because I've been doing this, and this is what makes me go, because like I said, I have a definitive message and vision that I want to put out to the world of this peace and positivity, and I'm going to do whatever I can to get it out there, but in a creative way, in my own way, so I can leave my mark on this world.
Okay. The guest today is Guy of I-C. What is I-C? How did you come up with this name?
Actually, Fat House came up with the name. So that's all him. What I-C is, though, is it's the third eye, and we're speaking through our third eye, and we're putting this good energy out, and we're raising vibrations of the world, and that's as simple as it. It's the eye.
You know what? I know when I met you, I said, now, what's your name? And you would say, I'm that guy. I know, but I know that's your name of your, but what is your name? And you're like, I'm that guy. It's Guy. I was like, oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So everything there's a connection with every entity of who you are.
Exactly. Everything.
All right. You have children?
I do.
Okay. How many?
Just one.
Okay. How, girl, boy?
She's a girl.
And
she's about 10 months now. Yeah.
And does she like the music?
Oh, she does. She'll get up and do a little dance or clap her hands when she hears the songs, and kind of make noise, sing along with them. But yeah, she loves it.
Okay. And her mom, does she enjoy the music as well?
Yeah, definitely.
That's your biggest support, huh?
Yeah, she really is. That is my biggest support in insurmountable ways. I can't even tell you.
Oh, so you're lighting up. Look at that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, talk about the artwork that because you said you shared. She's also an artist.
Yeah, she is. She's an artist. She makes hemp wrap jewelry. She actually makes exclusive pieces for I-C, which we have a space chain right now. We have our Space Pop space chain, which has the colors of the Space Pop album, and then we have the original space chain, which just has with a black string.
Okay.
But she makes some pretty good jewelry, pretty good momentums, and she's helped us a lot with our music as well, and getting it out there in that sense, and creating things that represent us as well. Even from physical art as well.
It's important to have a team. So
definitely,
your team is concrete.
Definitely.
It seems like it's built. Talk about the creative process.
The creative process, just for me, I kind of like in a general sense is just like my everyday life. Really just in past experiences and my thoughts on the future, and just feeding my daughter in the morning, or going on a walk at night, or having an argument with my significant other, or, my creative process is really experiencing life and kind of honing those things and those experiences into auditory language that can be heard, throughout the world and understood, and just tell a story that, everything's going to be cool, let's just have peace, let's be together, and let's figure this thing out, with the world, because there's big problems in the world, I can't even begin to name them, but they're big, and we all know that there's problems.
Right.
And so, that's all that it is. The creative process for me is just, it's crazy. It's a crazy creative process, but I love it.
Is it ever blocked?
Yeah, I would say it is blocked, but not ever for too long. Because I do this, all day, every day, and this is my full-time thing, my creative process is a 24-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I might be sitting down trying to create, but I can't create because I've been creating for 10 hours already, and that's when the block comes up, and that's when, the distractions come, and I'm starting to scroll down Facebook and watching crazy videos and Instagram and blah, 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
So...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. when I want to say this, and tell me what are your thoughts with this? When I say the struggle, what comes up with you?
The struggle is real. Like it is really real. Like it's hard. Like it's hard to like make music. It's hard to put yourself out there and like let people hear your music, because people can be like, oh, this is not good. And like that can hurt your feelings, you know what I'm saying? And putting your art out there, and like it's a struggle, and like not only monetarily, it's a struggle as well, because 9 out of 10 people don't want to pay for art, like sadly, you know, but they don't, you know. Art is a free thing, and I also to a certain extent feel like it should be free, but you know, just because of how the world is set up, we have to make money for everything, and everything is commercialized, you know. So just that makes art kind of hard, and also kind of skews it in a sense as well, because you know you have that in the way, and like you know you're directing your art to be able to make money, but then again that takes away from the art. So it's just it's hard.
When you say art, do you mean the music? Do you mean
I mean everything. When I say art to me is music. Art to me is photography, painting, anything.
Do you think that? Because my understanding is people pay big money for art.
Oh, they do.
Do you think that's here in the Midwest that people are kind of tight about it?
Yes, they are definitely tight here in the Midwest, specifically in Fort Wayne.
Okay, there you go.
Specifically in Fort Wayne, you know, I'm pretty sure we're like at the top in like the lowest in minimum wage and the lowest in cost of living, which tells you like that says everything. So,
okay.
But yeah, it is about getting in the right places, and that's a part of the struggle as well. And that's
okay. I would never have identified that as coming out of your mouth when you said it's kind of hard to put yourself out there because people are judged. How do you push through that? Because I totally agree. That's judging yourself and thinking people are going to judge you as well.
Exactly.
How do you push through that then?
Like just not caring.
There you go.
Like literally, like that's just as simple as that, is not caring. And that's like, because everybody has those things, and then it's like, okay, you know, these people aren't going to like it. What are they going to think of me? Like, is my head big, or, you know, so on and so forth. Is my screeching right there? Okay, I don't care, and like you just go, that's how it goes. You know, you just say I don't care and keep walking. Right. You know,
because somebody gonna love it.
Hey, somebody will love it. Somebody is gonna love it. Somebody's gonna love it, and somebody's gonna pay for it, and there's somebody gonna do everything for that. And finding those people is what it's about. You know.
The cool thing is to me when I see people who are completely, totally what society would say to the left, is that authenticity is what pulls people to them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And so and I see that a lot with young people. I told the young lady earlier that I feed from the energy of young people, and the more different they are, the more freer they are, the more I'm like, I need some of that energy. And you pulled in some of that energy. So yes.
Well, I think the world has been constructed in a way of that you can't be free, and you can't be different. And like just in the past 10 years probably, has been making a huge change, you know, just with the young people of today.
Yes.
And a lot of the older crowd, they say that the young people they're rude, you know, they don't follow the customs, this, that. But you know, we realize that our parents have been stuck in a routine of going to work from 9 to 5 for 30 years now. And our grandparents have gone through the same thing. And we see that our elders are not really happy. All we're doing is being happy.
Right.
And as simple as that.
Right.
Just being happy and doing what we're wanting to do. And that's why you're feeling this energy. And this is a thing. This is not just like, between me and you or the young lady that you spoke with earlier. This is an energy is being felt throughout the world, and the whole world. The world can feel that things are going to change, and things are really going to change soon. There's gonna be a divide between the controllers and the creators. And
it's happening now. It is happening now. It's been happening.
Yes.
You know what?
It is. Yes.
With the music, and I was not a proponent of rap music, but that when young people start owning and taking their music and saying, I don't care what you think, it may have sounded harsh to certain ears,
exactly.
but it becomes more and more, if this is who I am and accept me who I am. I have a plaque that says, dare to be different.
Yeah.
And I truly, but it took me a long time to get to this place. So, and this is how I get my interviews. I can be in a place and zone into somebody that's different and just step into it. So yes, exactly. I appreciate that and the ability for you to share that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's rich.
Definitely.
What's the next step of your journey?
The next step in my journey is actually in 2019. I'll begin the departure on my solo career in music. So I'll be releasing a song early 2019. I'm not going to put a date out yet, but I'm working on that now, and you'll hear a lot in 2019 from that guy Zen.
Well, thank you for coming in. You have been listening to Speak Now, jamming with my jazz, right here at 95.7 FM. With
I.C. and that guy here.
And that guy. All right.